Okay, now we're going to be looking at getting a domain name for yourself and a hosting account if you haven't already. Now you can see I've come over to Namecheap.com, something I use. Now if you don't have an account with these guys, then I would suggest, I've been using them and I think they've got a really good service, and it's something, if you're starting off them, yeah, go ahead, make yourself an account. Now if you have another registrar like GoDaddy and so on, then the entire process will be the same of getting domain name and the hosting, so on and so forth. Just another feature, we have 24/7 support, which is really good because when I started out, I used to really um, have live chats with these guys all the time because I used to get confused quite a lot of technical stuff. It was very overwhelming, which I'm sure a lot of people that are coming onto this industry, especially with the technical aspect, it can get really overwhelming. So that's a really great tip. Use these guys. If you're paying for the service, they are there for you, and just keep hassling them for help after help if need be. So if you've got the account, or if you don't, just go ahead and sign up with these guys. It's for free, and then we can start looking at the domain name. So I've already got myself an account. Made this for a test account just to show you how easy it would be. Let's go ahead and look at registering a domain name. Now clearly you can see this window here that will allow us to search straight away, or we have this tab here that says register a domain name. So either one, it's the same. Now let's go ahead and let's select a domain name and place it in this tab right here. Now you can clearly see I've already got one here. Choose a domain name for practice. Now this is a question a lot of people ask and get confused about, especially when starting out. The extension, the .com extension. Now if you are going to make a website, it's highly targeted that you go for the .com extension. That's the most important extension a lot of people go for, on the basis, especially with America being one of the biggest markets online, and .com is the most sought after extension there. Now if that's taken, you might have to rethink your domain name that you want to choose. You might have to make a variation. You may have to introduce a hyphen or a dash, but I wouldn't really suggest going for a dash. You want to keep it nice, short and sweet. You don't want to put dashes in or hyphens, so on and so forth. So that's something you need to really think about. Now if the .com is taken and you're really adamant that you want that domain name, then look at getting either .net, as you can see here, or .org. But in this case, we want to get .com, like so. Let's click OK, and let's search for this domain name. And as you can see in this tab right here, searching for the domain name, see if it's available, and you'll see a lot of these prices. $11.48. We have $10.69. So I remember probably a month ago they're pretty cheap, $10. It looks like they're going up. Anyway, choose a domain name for practice is taken. Not to worry, because I have taken it, so I knew it was going to pop up like that. However, in your case, if it's taken, then you have these other alternatives which are being suggested. So another great thing, Namecheap is actually saying, you know what, the domain name that you want is taken. However, may we suggest these alternatives where simply, they've replaced the FOR with the letter 4, the number 4, sorry, and so on and so forth. So in this case, I already have this, and I can proceed doing the DNS setup, which I'll explain in a moment. However, if this was completely new, I wanted to get a domain name, I would simply just get my extension like so, and I would simply just dash that there. Here we can see now it's populated in choosing a domain name for practice.net. Now that's shortlisted. I can simply add to cart, and you can see now it's asking me further details. Would I like it for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? I just want to register it for 1 year because this is a test account, and you just want to see if you make up your money, then yeah, reinvest. If you don't, you don't need to pay that extra money. We want to really set everything up with a shoestring budget, so to speak, with very limited startup cost. Now WhoisGuard essentially will allow you, or this feature will allow you to keep your registration details private and confidential. So say if someone else just come along and try to do a search on your domain name, it may reveal, your name, your address, it might be your home address you registered it to, etc., etc. So this will just allow a blanket over that to give some generic random details there, then no one can really come back to you. So it keeps things private and confidential, just how we like. Moving on. Now we have our domain name there. You can see just this tab. If you don't have web hosting already, it says web hosting special offer, get 30 days for free. Now, depending on the time, it might say this offers free right now, or it might change. You could simply go to web hosting. Let's go to web hosting. And you can see web hosting. We don't want to go to these fancy, these more advanced reseller hosting, VPS dedicated servers. We want to think of something nice, simple, just to start us off with. So here we have value hosting, professional hosting, ultimate hosting. Appear pretty low cost, and you can see they're restricted upon each package, as you would expect. So we want to make this as cheap as possible. So let's go for $12. Let's go for 12 months at $3.98. Let's go ahead and order now. Okay, just having a look at this, actually, it's really important that I really stress this out. You do save money if you buy 12 months in advance. However, if you are on a limited budget and you are just trying to start off with a very low cost, I would suggest going for the professional hosting package, because you can see you can pay monthly here. So let's go for the monthly one, and it should be free for 30 days. So we've got 30 days to actually try this for free. So straight away I've selected that, and just moving down, you can see register a new domain. We've already got a domain in the checkout, so we shouldn't be entering this here. We can say we have transfer your domain. I will use my existing domain, use a Namecheap domain. Domains currently in your shopping cart. Excellent, they've made it really easy for us. Now here you can see they're actually saying choose a domain for practice.net. So that's what we've got on our shopper cart. Let's actually go ahead and select use this domain. And this should automatically update the entire process of the checkout. Perfect. So here we see it is 1 month at $7.48. So that's all done for $19. Now we've got a domain name and we've got hosting. Brilliant. Now at this stage you want to go ahead and then do your checkout, and you should then be asked to fill out your details, so on and so forth. And once you've done that, then it's just a case of actually taking it to the next stage, which I'll show you, where we go ahead and actually modify a domain and set up our DNS. So go ahead and get your domain and hosting, and then I'll see you in the next video.